Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Cross-origin resource sharing, CORS, is a security feature implemented by web browsers to prevent malicious websites from making requests to another domain without permission. When you're developing a web application locally, you might encounter CORS issues, especially when your front-end and backend run on different ports or domains. In this tutorial, we'll go through how to resolve CORS issues specifically in a Chrome browser while working on localhost. We'll provide code examples and practical solutions for both front-end and backend scenarios. Understanding the CORS mechanism. When a front-end application, like a React app running on http://localhost 3000, tries to make a request to a backend API, like an express server running on http://localhost 5000, the browser checks if the request is allowed by looking at the CORS headers returned by the server. If the server does not explicitly allow the origin, in this case, http://localhost 3000, the browser will block the request, leading to a CORS error. Example scenario. Let's assume you have front-end, React app running on http://localhost 3000. Backend, Express server running on http://localhost 5000. Step 1. Setting up the backend to allow CORS. To resolve CORS issues, you need to configure your backend server to accept requests from your front-end application's origin. Using express.js. If you're using express.js as your backend framework, you can easily set up CORS using the CORS middleware. 1. Install the CORS package. 2. Configure CORS in your Express app. Here's how to set it up in your server.js or app.js file. Step 2. Make a request from the front-end. Now, you can make a request from your React component to the Express backend. Step 3. Testing in Chrome. 1. Run your Express server, ensure your backend is running on http://localhost 5000. 2. Run your React app, start your React app on http://localhost 3000. 3. Open Chrome, navigate to http://localhost 3000 and check the console for any CORS issues. If everything is set up correctly, you should see the data fetched from the Express server without any CORS errors. Additional tips. 1. Browser extensions. If you're still facing CORS issues while developing, you can install a browser extension like CORS Unblock for Chrome, although it's not recommended for production environments. 2. Disable CORS in Chrome. As a last resort for testing, you can start Chrome with web security disabled, not recommended except for local testing. 3. Server configuration. If you're using other backend frameworks like Flask, Spring Boot, or Django, you need to configure CORS in a similar way using their respective libraries or settings. Conclusion. CORS can be a common hurdle during development, especially when working with separate front-end and backend applications. By properly configuring your backend to allow specific origins, you can resolve CORS issues effectively. Always ensure to restrict CORS to only trusted origins in production to maintain security.